Hi Veggie fans, this is Joe Spadiford. Today we're going to be drawing Minnesota Cuke in his new adventure where he's looking for Noah's umbrella. It's a really exciting story and I think you'll all like it. Today we're going to be just drawing Minnesota Cuke and drawing his little belt whip and everything, and it's going to be a fun little time. So we'll try to make it quick and easy for you so everybody at home can get their crayons ready, and let's get to drawing. All right, so Minnesota, starting off with kind of a purple here, and I'm kind of drawing pretty lightly because I know I'm going to be coloring on top of this a little bit later on. So as always, Larry is kind of like a hot dog shape or a cucumber shape. Just not a pickle shape, because he doesn't like to be called a pickle. And first, as always, we start with just figuring out where his eyes are. So we're gonna draw one eye and another eye. These eyes are kind of squished. They're not perfect. They're more like egg shapes. And put his eyelids on the top, because he's kind of a cool, calm, and collected character. Put his nose in there. Put his one tooth in there, just so you know it's Larry. Okay, so we got his eyes kind of figured out. Now, Minnesota Cuke, he's got what's called a fedora, which is a hat. So what I'll do is an S shape that kind of just comes around the back. And I'll make this side come around the top. And then I'm going to draw the top of the hat. Got to make sure it fits onto Cuke's little head here. And he's got a band that goes across that. Also, just put the little dents in his hat. Okay, so now he's also got a jacket. So we're going to put his jacket on. I'm thinking around the figure, just so I know I keep in mind that it goes all the way around him. So I'm almost imagining the line behind him. And I'm going to draw his collars for his coat. Again, I'm doing this all in purple because neat thing about purple is you can color any color you want on top of purple and it mixes real well. And this is his other shirt. He's kind of in the jungle a lot, so he doesn't button all his buttons. So we'll give him one button that he's buttoned right here. And then he's got a belt. And even a belt buckle, because how else would he hold up his pants? We're going to draw some pockets. And he also has some little bit of frills at the bottom of his coat, just to show that it's a kind of a heavier leather coat. All right, so now let's go to color here. As you can see, that purple kind of blends in real nicely. We can even add a little bit of blue on top of it if you wanted to, just to bring in a little bit more shadow. So that's the cool thing about colored pencils is you can paint with them. A lot of people don't know that, but colored pencils they're made of the same stuff that paint is, believe it or not. It's all what they call pigment. Pigment is like dirt that's all ground up real tight. Then they put this stuff in there. It's called gum arabic. Yep, every crayon you have has a little bit of this type of gum inside, but it's not the kind of gum I'd recommend eating because it's not good for you. So don't eat your crayons. Base of him right there. His jacket, which is a brown. So overall, I'm just going to paint the brown. A nice brown shape. I'll worry about bringing out the drawing a little bit later. It's no sweat. Because I can still see it. If you can still see it, you can still color it. If you can't see it, you can make it up. Or you cannot see it and then tell everybody, hey, it's there. Can't you see it? So what I'll do is I'll just push a little bit harder in the areas where I want you to know that there's a pocket. Or the underside of something here, those frills to his nice leather jacket. Yeah. And we're actually going to put a buckle right there. Going to go into the shirt now. Put a little button there. Make the shirt a little bit lighter. A little bit of that yellow, that buckle. Start by doing the brim of the hat. And then the top of the hat first. We're going to leave the band for last. Start off with a little bit of a lighter color. But the darker underside of his hat. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push these dimples in his hat a little bit darker. And get that band a little bit darker too. I'm just going to draw some lines here. Actually, let's start off by the eyes. This is actually a bendable marker, but you can use you should use a black crayon. Because when we're kids, we all use black crayons. I know I learned on a black crayon. We're going to bring some of the eyelids and the mouth just out a little bit more. You can even push this if you want to. Put some lines in that fedora of his. Last but not least, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little bit of a whip. Actually, it's not a whip, it's more like a lasso. Lassos are what cowboys use to get cattle to come to them. And it's not to hurt them, it's just to make sure that they don't get too far away. Because they want to protect them so they can sell them. With that, I might just decide to put just a little bit of accent in here. Put some zigzags in here, I guess. So I'm drawing this really quick, but hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, I like to put a little bit of a blue accent around the character just to bring him out a little bit more. And I sign it just so I remember when I did it. Joe, and I got to put your age down because moms and dads like it, and you'll like it too later on. Age 31. Okay, I hope you guys had a good time drawing Minnesota Cuke. He's always a fun character for me. He's one of my favorite VeggieTale characters. And remember the most important thing Bob and Larry tells you every episode. God made you very special. He loves you very much. Bye.